Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Flannel Punk Radio. I'm your host, Corey Milton. This interview is from a band called Thanks I Hate It, which is a fairly new band at the time of this recording. I interviewed them at the Sanctuary in Detroit for a 2023 tour with Palette Knife.
I'm Sam, I'm the singer.
I'm Ryan, I play drums.
I'm Ryan, number 2. I also play guitar.
Are you officially Ryan number 2, or is that still?
We call him Jansky.
We just have 2 Ryan, so I go by last name.
I'm Will, I play rhythm guitar.
I'm Joel, I play bass and do the other singing.
Now, you guys are a fairly new band. As of the recording that we're doing right now, your album, Lover's Lane, has only been out for 2 months. So I feel like I'm on the ground floor. So we're going to go with the very basics. Where are you guys from?
We're from Hollister, California, which nobody knows where that is. It's a little farm town.
It's not the Hollister you're thinking of.
Yeah. It's about 40 minutes south of San Jose.
Cool. Is that where everybody's from? How'd you guys all meet?
That's where we play. Me and Ryan are from Hollister originally, and then everybody else is kind of from all over the place.
Yeah, these 2 are brothers. They grew up there. And that's the album cover. That's those 2 on the album there.
Was one of my
as
questions.
babies. Yeah, it's these guys as brothers. We thought that was a funny picture.
What's going on in that picture?
You take it.
So, I think from what we can tell, I think we're at our grandparents' house, and they kind of just let us, run around without a whole lot of regard for what we should be wearing.
Or what you should be wielding. I notice you're holding a baseball bat and a golf club.
Yeah, so he's like splashing me with a puddle, and I'm not having it.
And Ryan looks like he's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
What's your favorite tour memory so far?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Probably
last night?
like the show last night, and probably the hotel we stayed at after that.
So tell me about the show last night.
So the day before we found out that Mac's Bar in Lansing had double booked our show, so it got turned into a house show. It got picked up by was it Goblin Zone is the name of the venue. It's just a guy's garage, but the kids went nuts for it. It was awesome. Like the whole garage filled out. The sound was really good, and we had a bunch of people singing along in the front. You could hear it on the recordings, like the kids, they knew the songs and they were going really hard for us. They were crowd surfing in a garage. It was just our favorite show, You could
tell it was like a really tight-knit community of like friends and musicians, and that was nice to see. Like it was good vibes, basically.
Yeah, vibes were immaculate last night.
Favorite fan moment so far?
Well, that person that came to our show in Chicago, and they said they drove all the way from New York to see us.
Dutch. Shout out Dutch if you're listening.
Yeah, they just like told us how much our album means to them, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we all we signed our first autographs.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They were going hard and singing along from we would see them from the stage and gave us a lot of energy back. So that was really cool.
And Lover's Lane is on cassette. Why did you choose to bring it on to cassette?
The label did. We did not.
Okay.
It's cheaper because that's cheaper than
sure.
For
yeah.
the sake of,
we need a write-in campaign to get it on vinyl because it's up to the label when the vinyl comes out.
Okay, so when the fans demand the vinyl.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so slight call to action there to everybody listening.
Yeah. Let Joe of Take This to Heart Records know you want it on Lover's Lane on vinyl.
Nobody Likes the Tambourine is probably my favorite song off the album. Could you talk about that a little bit more?
It almost didn't make it.
Yeah, that's true.
A few of us weren't huge fans of it at first.
Yeah, and it ended up. It's probably one of our more popular songs. I mean, it doesn't have the plays, but that's the one that usually stands out to people. And it's not that uncommon for like songs that people really like to almost not make the album. Because it sounds different to the band. And so we're like, I don't know. Maybe we cut this one, but.
I wrote it really fast, I think, like,
No.
I don't know, like maybe in like an hour, and
Yeah, I think Joe convinced us.
yeah, he really
we
liked
had,
it.
one of our first calls with, for our first meeting with Joe from the label, he kind of kept talking about how much he liked that song particularly, and so that was kind of what convinced us to throw it on there.
Yeah.
And Joel, somebody's cursing you out at the end of that. Who is that?
That was
and why?
That was as we were recording it, he got a call from one of his friends, and they left that voicemail. And so I was like, oh, let's just record that and put it at the end of the song.
Yeah, I got a really drunk voicemail from one of my dear friends, Mari. So she gets a vocal credit on the album.
I think it was as you were doing your vocals.
Yeah,
I think it might have been for the demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the demo.
What would you just like fans and listeners, new listeners, to know about you? And how would you describe your music?
I think we're silly, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not trying to like be too serious about everything. Like, we're trying to build a community like of other band friends.
Yeah. I mean, we take what we do very seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. You know, I think that's a good way to put it, right?
I want you guys to pick the next, I'll say 4 since there's so many of you here, the next 4 bands and songs that I'm going to be playing on the show.
Okay, I'm gonna say Collar 10 by Punchline. It's a band that I've always like. They've made it seem achievable, I guess. Like they've been around for a long time. They've never been huge rock stars, but they've like been chugging along for like 20 years. And I don't know, they just seem like great dudes. But anyway, this song specifically, it's one of those songs that would never be a single, but is like their best song to me, I guess. And so I'd love for it to, people to hear it. I think a lot of people haven't. I think it's a fantastic song.
All right, as much of a cliche as it is, I think I gotta do "The Wedding Singer" by Modern Baseball, because that was like the first. I think that was the first song I heard from them that like made me want to play this kind of music.
Brave Bird, Whittle Down the Days. I just really like twinkly, jangly guitars, and I think that song is just a lot of what I really enjoy in writing guitar parts. So,
Maida, Maita, Perfect Heart. I just really love her, and I love her lyrics, and she's really good. I want her to get a little more love.
With you guys being fairly new artists, at least newer to the scene, what are some things that you've learned, and what advice could you give to other artists who are just starting out?
That's tough.
Be nice.
Yeah, be nice, I guess.
Be as accommodating as you can to other bands.
yeah, just be really genuine. Just like anything that you like, you just make sure you like doing it, then just keep doing it because you like it. Like, don't do something that you don't want to do. Just be genuine and just keep doing it.
Yeah, I think so there's a million talented musicians out there. There's a million great songwriters. The best thing you can do is be sincere in your music. That's like the one thing that anybody can do, and people latch onto that. I think that's a big part of why people like our band. It's just that it's very sincere, especially within the lyrics. So that's something that anyone can do, right?
Hi, we're Thanks I Hate It.
You're listening to WPHS 89.1.